I'm Rhonda, and this is...
Hello, I'm Delho.
We live on this beautiful farm in Mullimbimby on the far north coast of New South Wales, and we've been up here in Mullum for about 9 years now, almost exactly 9 years. But for the last 2 years, the main ministry we've been involved in is a ministry to travellers from around the world, particularly young travellers. They come and stay on our farm through a system where they work in exchange for board and lodging, and that gives us great opportunities to share life with them, the fun stuff, the hard stuff, lots of yummy food, and really often conversations about important things of life, and particularly Jesus. Anyway, Zach and I, and sometimes Boaz, are going to give you a tour of the farm, so come along and enjoy.
This is the bus where all the guests and travellers would stay. Come inside.
This is Shannon,
Hey!
who's currently staying in the bus, and this is all there is right now. There's like 2 bunk beds here on each side, and a double bed on the end with a net.
This is the extension of our neighbour's house and the community space in construction. This is where our chickens are, and they love the food scraps. This is our veggie patch. We are growing various vegetables that I will show you. Here we've got rosellas. Here some pumpkins, and here eggplants.
So just this week, Dello had a great conversation with a woman who's staying on our farm. Do you want to tell them that story, how Manon came to stay with us?
Yeah, well, I was driving into Byron the other day, and Manon, she's a young French woman. She was hitchhiking, and I picked her up, as we often do, pick up hitchhikers in this area. And then I invited her to come and stay on the farm. And yesterday we were working together, just in the garden, and she asked me what I'm doing on the weekend, and I said, well, we're going to go to church this weekend. And she said, do you do that every week? And I said, yes, we do try to do that most weeks. And she said, I've never met Christians like you before, and I'm quite curious about your faith. And then I asked her, are you a spiritual person? Do you pray, for instance? And she said, well, I'm into Buddhism. So I asked her about that. We talked about that for a while. I said to her, what attracts you to Buddhism? And then after we had that conversation, she said to me, well, what attracts you to Christianity? And that opened the door to have a conversation about the gospel and about my faith. And that often happens like that, yeah.
Sometimes, usually it takes a while of warming up and building relationship, but a couple of weeks ago, we had a German girl, Rahel, stay with us. She was only with us for a few days, but within a couple of hours of her arriving at our place, she and I were deep in spiritual conversation. She was 19, she was just out of school. She'd studied religion at school and kind of decided that she believed in God, but she had so many questions. And so we just sat and talked about those, and she left with a copy of Knowing God. So you could pray for Rahel.
And could you pray for Manon as well, the French woman? She's still staying with us, and I'd love it if God opened up more opportunities to share with her, because she's obviously very soft towards the Word of God.
One of the great things and exciting things about this ministry that we're doing is that unlike the church planting stuff we were doing before, it's really easy for you guys to get involved. Obviously you can pray, and we really, really would love you to pray. You can give, that'd be really awesome too, because we have lots of needs. But you could come up and join us. You could come up for a weekend, you could come up for a week, you could come up for a month if you like, and just be here and see what God does. Sometimes it's like, whoa, imagine being able to have that conversation. So many meaningful conversations we've had. But if you can be open-minded, open to what God might do, then it would be super fun to be able to partner with Narrabeen Baptist in a bigger way than we have before, with you guys just coming up. Give us a call. It's only an hour on the plane, and sometimes you can get super cheap flights.
We'll see you in 3 weeks' time.
Bye.